Welcome back, you guys, to the channel. As you can see, based on the branding and the name, the channel has transitioned into a new phase. I would like to just spend a few moments to give you a few updates and also share my gratitude in the journey that we had as a community within Sergeant Tank, which the channel was formerly known as. I just want to thank all of the subscribers that gave of your time to watch our content throughout these years. As we started at a time within the community known as the Fish Fam, as many out there are aware, and I still hear that name tossed around to this day. And I'm so blessed and so honored to have been a part of that journey and that creation and the overall impact within the freshwater fish keeping world, ornamental fish keeping trade. As some may or may not be aware, formerly Sergeant Tank, we established many years ago where we provided homebred freshwater aquatic organisms, various genuses, and many different variations and species of livestock that were provided all throughout the country. Provided Sergeant Tank swag, as we called it, internationally and globally as we developed a reputation. We spent hundreds of hours between collaborative content, direct-to-consumer content, and live streaming content format here on this channel to promote and encourage others that may have stepped away from, may have been newly introduced into the beautiful world of the freshwater fish keeping trade. I'm not going to spend a whole lot of time focusing here on that backstory, as I still want to maintain a lot of that content here on this channel. I just wanted to personally thank each and every one of you for your dedication of continuous support throughout the years, and many of you who have been along and part of that journey from the very creation and the very onset. Now, as we transition into a different phase, I just want to take a moment to let you know where things are going to kind of head. So once a month or so, I would like to dedicate either a live stream, some sort of collaborative content where I may have another individual on, still focused on the fish keeping hobby. This channel has always been about inspiration and insight and overall education. And of course, some variation in form of entertainment. If you have been following along this channel here on YouTube, you know, spend countless hours of engaging and having a good time and just hanging out through live streaming format. As we continue to move forward, now with Crosshill Resellers, which was established the fall of last year, we had to make an unfortunate decision to get a little bit of a backstory with the Sergeant Tank. So we moved from Michigan to Alabama in 2022. I'm not going to spend a whole lot of time here focusing on the gaps in between that time. Just know that a very important person in my life became quite ill, and that was my mother. Losing my mother last year by far was one of the most painful and enduring experiences of my life. I have lost a lot of loved ones in my day. And I'm not going to get too emotionally wrapped up into that right now. But I just want to let you guys know that's why you hadn't seen me for a bit of time leading up to and really up to this point. I want to take that legacy and continue to encourage, as some of you may be aware, that have followed along long enough, that my mother used to spend quite a bit of time years back within our live streams hanging out. And it's important to me to continue to share a lot of that inspiration that she instilled into me when I was younger. A big impact and overall continuation of that channel ultimately was due to her. As we focus and redirect our attention to a different business format, going from fish keeping to reselling. It still is a great passion of mine and something I've done for many, many years, but now on a full-time basis. It was a mission of mine to become within 90 days top rated on the platform, and I accomplished that. When I put my heart, my soul into something, I see it through. That doesn't come without pitfalls. It doesn't come without some pain and some suffering along the way. I just hope and encourage each and every one of you that you'll continue to see us through onto a new journey. If you want to know more about our shop and more about that, I will link that down below and within the About section here on the YouTube channel. Moving forward, as far as any format, videos, live streams, and so forth, I will put on the community section here on the YouTube channel until you hear otherwise. Right now, we're not really engaged in other social media platforms. But once we do become more engaged and more active in other platforms outside of YouTube, we will put that in our community section. As you know, I'm not a scripted individual, never have been, and never will be. Please let me know down in the comments below if there was some type of impact from Sergeant Tank. You're still getting this guy behind the camera. May not quite be what you're used to before. Please let me know down in the comment section if there was any way at all that we had impacted you guys in a positive way. If it was through entertainment, if it was through education, I would love to hear those stories. And as always, stay encouraged. Keep on keeping on. We'll talk to you guys right here on the next one.